Who do you think Phoenix's X factor is? Grayson Allen, Yusuf Nurkic, Bradley Beal, Royce O'Neal / Eric Gordon. I put them together.
I feel like Bradley Beal is too on the nose with this, right? Like I said, I've already gave that caveat. If he continues to play like he's played these last few games, he's going to be fine and we're going to be okay. Really, it's going to come down to, can Nurk handle the size of Gobert and or Cat, right? I really do think it comes down to Nurk. And I really, really hope. I'm really, Gabe. You don't understand. I'm praying to the basketball gods and hoping that we get to see some Thaddeus Young minutes in this series, because Thad Young playing in place of Drew Eubanks in certain parts of the game when we played Minnesota was a night and day difference coming off the bench. The effort, the able to play defense, able to box out Gobert. We kept saying, bro, it doesn't matter who's in, because Gobert is so big, but you need to have somebody who's going to do the dirty work and do it. Eubanks was just getting outplayed. Thad was not. He's much smaller, so I hope we get some Thad Young minutes, but I do think it's going to come down to these big men, for real. Bobo, Nurkic, Eubanks, Thad.
So on this list, maybe you go Nurkic.
I'd probably go Nurkic and maybe even Royce O'Neal, because Royce O'Neal is playing a little bit of that power forward position too, Yeah. And so I think it's going to come down to your bigs. I think your guards are going to take care of itself. I think the Timberwolves are necessarily scary at guard minus Ant Edwards, right? I'm not really afraid of anybody else on that team, like maybe Conley, but I feel like we played good enough defense against both of those two that it was fine. It's really going to come down to that size, so it's going to come down to your big men. This is where our one weakness is going to maybe get exposed with the size. We talked about this all season. Where's our backup center? Is Eubanks good enough to be our backup center? Why aren't we playing Azubike? He's got the size to be the backup center. This is exactly the series where this is going to come into play.
When I wrote this poll, I had every intention of picking Bradley Beal. But the more I got a good night's sleep, I was thinking about these questions, what I was going to say. And I think I've turned the corner. See, because Bradley Beal, I expect him. I'm actually not, knock on wood, and only barring injury, I believe Bradley Beal's back. This is the Bradley Beal that I've been waiting to see all season. This is the Bradley Beal that led the league in scoring. This is the confident, take the ball to the rim, they can't stop me, Bradley Beal.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I think he is as advertised what we thought. Remember, our TikTok that haunts us being so braggadocious about getting Beal. That's the Beal we got. The Beal we were smug
absolutely.
about. The Beal we were arrogant about. That's who we've got now. So as far as an X factor, I think of an X factor as the guy that, if he has it going, wins you the series. And so I think the X factor, or if he has it going any given game, he helps you win that game. You're going to win because your X factor went off.
Okay.
And to me,
I can see that.
To me, that's Grayson Allen.
Okay.
Newly minted. When you're scheming, now Minnesota's got, what was it? Literally the top defense in the NBA last season.
Yeah, they were the best.
We've talked about how you stop the Suns' big three. You double one of them, Durant or Book, but you really focus on two of them. And usually the Suns will have one of the big three taking themselves out of the game by just not having a good performance or having turnovers or just not being their night. And that's tough to do. It's tough to stop the Suns' big three, but that's the formula. Take out two of them with double teams that you're constantly sending whenever they get the ball. Make one of them beat you. You can't do that with four. You can't do that with a big four. And when Grayson Allen is going Ray Allen mode, which he's very capable of doing, that throws a stick in your spokes, and you can't execute your defensive plans of stopping the big three because this dude is over here hitting everything from deep even. So I think Grayson Allen's the X factor, man.
Well, to add to your point, what if Royce O'Neal's on? We've seen those games where Royce O'Neal's on. Then you
I
got to worry
just think
that
Grayson is more capable of.
I agree.
consistently doing it.
I agree. So I think my pick of the bigs was just assuming that all this guard was like assuming Grayson Allen's going to be on, assuming Eric Gordon's going to. I don't know why I'm assuming Eric Gordon's going to come back and look well, but I'm assuming Eric Gordon's going to come back and look fine, and Royce is going to do his job. Right. I think my pick is the assumption that that's going to happen because we have seen it consistently in this last sample of games where you've seen Grayson be consistent, Bill be consistent, Royce be somewhat consistent, and it's all taking care of itself, right? So that's my assumption. That's why I went bigs, because I'm just assuming, but your point is well taken that if you have Grayson Allen on, you really can't just decide that you're going to double. And I don't mean just I'm going to sit back and shoot threes Grayson Allen. I'm going to drive and hit floaters and surprise you with my athleticism Grayson Allen as well. So, yeah, I mean, I think it could go either way. I think you can go Grayson or Nurk. I really just want to think that the X factor is going to be the size aspect of the Timberwolves, having the twin towers and you having to guard that and deal with that. If you can handle that and stave that off, I'm not afraid of the Timberwolves guards minus Ant Edwards. That's it. And so that's why I went bigs, but your point's well taken. Yeah. If you get Grayson on, it's going to be tough to beat.